Hey everybody, it's Phil from Walmart and Right Lane Trucking. Hope everybody's staying safe. Give you a little update of my week so far. So I worked Saturday and Sunday, then had off Monday and Tuesday for this payroll week. And I posted videos about Saturday and posted a video about Sunday. So today is my Monday. Everybody else is Wednesday. So I started up at 8:45 this morning and moved my gear into my truck, moved everything in, and then I was out the gate by 9:02, I think. Let me see what time I left. I think I left at 9, not bad, right? 8:45 to 9:02, I think it was. Yard move. Start day, started driving at 9:04, sorry. So, clocked in on duty at 8:45, pre-trip my tractor, and then find a trailer, pre-trip the trailer, and get on the road. So, surprise, I went to McCarran. Like I said before, I pretty much work for McCarran. I think we all do. Trying to get the loads over to NorCal. So, on the way here, I got my dispatch, and it was a two-stopper from McCarran back to basically back to the SAC area. So the first store was in Rancho Cordova, and it is a meat and produce, so we had 10 pallets for them. And then the second store was considered in Sacramento. You had to go a little bit of roundabouts to get to it, but it was about 18 to 19 miles away from the other store. And from that, I'm to return to McCarran. So, just give you an idea again, it's about 145 miles from Sacramento, DC yard to McCarran. The first store was, I think, 176 miles, then plus the other 18, and then I think it was 165 back, because a little closer, so 165 back. So I ended up today with 504 miles. Not bad, not bad. 504 miles today. 3 trips over the hill. So 2 eastbound, 1 westbound. The trips were easy. I mean, you're on the way eastbound, I'm only bringing back empties. So the tractor pulls up the hill fairly easy, and you can maintain 55 up the hill, so that helps. And then going back, everything was fine. We got a little alert that there was a wildfire, brush fire right off the side of the freeway, I-80 through Auburn, and they were just finalizing it when I went by, but traffic was still just backed up eastbound. Luckily westbound, I heard it was backed up for a little bit because of Looky-Loo, I think it is. But really it comes down to, it wasn't affecting them, but they're watching and seeing what all the lights and sirens. So pay attention to the road, guys. Pay attention to the road. So I really worked hard today. And when I say really worked hard, we're allotted 14 hours a day, right? 14 hours a day. I'm gonna take a moment just to switch the camera around so you can see something, so you know I'm not making this up. Here we go. So here's my end of shift or shift end. You see that? So 22:45 and 13 seconds, July 21st. Duration on the clock, 13 hours, 59 minutes, and 56 seconds. Yeah. 4 seconds left to clock out. Talk about taking it to the wire, right? I was actually on property, so from what I heard, as long as you're on property and you're doing such as like a yard move or something like that, it wouldn't be such a problem to go over the 14. But I just needed to punch out. I don't want to go over 14 and be called into the principal's office. So kind of a wrap up of those 3 days that I've worked so far: Saturday, Sunday, and now Wednesday, which is my Monday. So on Saturday I drove 532 miles. On Sunday I drove 548 miles. And today I drove 504 miles, bringing my weekly total for this week to 1,584 miles, which is really good. I mean, normally that's fourth day for me, and maybe, yeah, about fourth day for me. So I still got 2 more days. I'm easily gonna push for this week, because our payroll ends on Friday. I'm easily gonna go over the 2,000 miles that I normally get. So if it continues, I might end up with 2,500. Who knows, right? With my pay, I am right around what I'm looking at just for those 3 days. $1,217. $1,217 for 3 days. So not bad. So I just need to keep working. Hopefully they give me some good tomorrow. I put in my ETD for 9:30 a.m. So I could start as early as 8:45, but that's me punching in, and then the 9:30 is me leaving property. That's after getting my dispatch, going to get the trailer. If it's a reefer, fueling the trailer. I'm going to need fuel in the tractor. I always fuel the tractor before I leave. I don't like to leave without a full tank from the DC and go on road, because that means if I do that, if I say, okay, I'm not going to fuel, that means I'm stopping at a Pilot or a Flying J or something else to fuel, and I really don't want to have to do that. So I fuel before I leave, and it's good enough to get me round trip to wherever they send me, and I shouldn't have a problem. So that's where I'm at right now. It's a good week going so far. The next thing I want to bring up is my safety tip. I always throw in some kind of topic or safety tip. I saw a bad accident tonight, and the vehicle it hit the guardrail on a curve and went into an overpass support, and it was upside down, sideways. There was no ambulance there, there's no paramedics or fire. The CHP were there, and when I say there's CHP, there was like 6 of them. I'm not sure what was going on there, but it just makes you think, leave yourself an out, right? Leave yourself an out. Have an escape route. Sometimes you have to make sure that, you can get out of a situation. When I'm driving, I'm looking to see what's going to happen and trying to predict what people are going to do. And I'm trying to have an escape route. My escape route could be to my left, could be to my right, but it's usually to the front somewhere. When you're giving good following distance from somebody else, your escape route is usually to the front because you've got plenty of space to stop in front of you. But if you're not checking your mirrors, left or right, how do you know what's next to you? So you want to try to keep that space on both sides and in front and in the rear. You're not always going to be able to control the space to your left, meaning whether somebody's there or not. You're not always going to be able to control the space to your right. And definitely you're not going to be able to control somebody tailgating you or taking up the space to your rear. So as a driver, the only option we have is to control the space to our front. And I've talked about this before, and that's following distances. Give yourself plenty of following distances. But if you constantly check your mirror every 5 to 8 seconds, you're going to know what's there. And you're going to know whether or not you're going to have an escape route. Maybe there is a car there, but if you slow down enough, you can get behind the car. So that might be an escape route. You need to slow down, let that car pass, and then merge over into that left lane or merge over into that right lane to avoid the traffic or whatever obstacle you're trying to get around. The other part of this is taking the path of least resistance. I don't know what that was. You guys see that? There was something that just flew right behind me. Ghosts, I tell ya, ghosts. But taking the path of least resistance. We're a big truck. And sometimes, I talk about being right lane trucking. But when there's multiple lanes on the highway, and I'm going to use Business 80 through Sacramento, or Capitol Freeway. It's called Capitol Freeway or what have you. Or even 99 going down south or coming up north on 99 through, say, Modesto or some of the other locations. When you know that there's very short on-ramps and there's 3 lanes of traffic, as long as you're not out in that far left lane, the number 1 lane, taking the path of least resistance is sometimes the best option, right? So what I'm saying is stay in the middle. Get in the middle. That way people that are merging on to the highway aren't either, one, having to fight you to get on, or you're not having to slow down, speed up to allow them to get on. So that's what I mean by taking the path of least resistance. Those on-ramps, sometimes when you see a big truck or even a car is coming up that on-ramp, that acceleration ramp, and you've checked that mirror and you've signaled to your left and you merge over that 1 lane, that's taking the path of least resistance. Merging over when somebody is broken down on the side of the highway, another big rig, or you see police activity or first responder activity on the side of the road, and you signal and you move over, that's taking the path of least resistance. Getting you out of the chance of getting in an accident. I've already talked about space on all 4 sides. So we just need to make sure that you're trying to maintain that space on all 4 sides. So I hope that helps anybody that's looking for an escape route, looking for space on all 4 sides, taking the path of least resistance. Those things, if you practice those things, it'll definitely increase your ability to be safe out there. So for Phil, Walmart, and Right Lane Truckin', stay safe for me, all right? Thanks, bye.